Hey everyone, thank you for clicking on this video. I hope you like it. If you do, please like, subscribe, and comment below. So today we are reviewing the third spinoff of the Law & Order franchise. And like I said in my first Law & Order review of the OG series, I'm going to be doing the spinoffs in order. And I will be doing all of them. I might skip one, but I'll think about that. Probably not, because I have seen it. But we'll get to that when I get to that. Anywho, the one we're doing today is Law and Order Criminal Intent. In all honesty, I like SVU. I hope that came across when I reviewed that. But out of all the Law and Order spin-offs, the spin-offs, not the OG. The OGs, I can rewatch that. Even the original 20 seasons before it came back. I like the new stuff, but even the original stuff, I can rewatch that plenty of times. I can rewatch SVU, and I have been. But Criminal Intent is is my favorite spinoff of Law and Order. There is another version of this, and I will get to that review later. But for Criminal Intent, the one that's based in New York, I love this version. I like this spinoff very, very much. The reason is because this one focuses on the Major Case Squad, and that is a squad in New York that handles high profile cases. Pretty much cases that might get a lot of news buzz or deals with the very rich and profile people. Pretty much, let's say a crime happened and you know people, you would get Major Case Squad. Another thing I really like about this are the detectives. The main ones, like the main two for the first 4 seasons before they started switching it up, are Detective Gorin and Detective Eames. And those two, oh, especially Gorin, he is such an interesting character. He's pretty much the Law and Order version of Sherlock Holmes. Or this is actually a detective version of Criminal Minds. In which case, they don't really go after serial killers, but they go after very interesting characters, and the detectives get inside, especially Gorn, they get inside their heads and try to analyze the culprit, or as Criminal Minds says it, the unsub. Law and Order doesn't use that term, but it's the same thing. They get in the mind of the person they are tracking or going after. Want to get his name right. Yes, Vincent D'Onofrio plays Gorin, and then Catherine Urbe plays Eames, and they complement each other very, very well. Also, what I liked about this is I do like the first 4 seasons, but come season 5, they started switching it up, and instead of just focusing on Gorin and Eames, they bring in new detectives, and then like half the season is Gordon Eames, and then half the season is the other two. So they split up the season with 2 detective teams. So seasons 5 through 7, they bring back from the original, who was in the first 5 seasons of Law and Order, Chris Noth, aka Detective Logan, Mike Logan, and he's an interesting character. But I like him. Maybe that's wrong of me. Put it this way, he's no Voight from Chicago PD, especially the early seasons. But he has a temper, and he's kind of a brute, if you will. But in Criminal Intent, he works with that. He kind of divides expectations or sways expectations. People think he's gonna be mean and hit a suspect or go too far, and he knows that, and he works with that. In which case he does the opposite, and then when he's alone, he puts on a show. Because there's one scene where he's interrogating a suspect, and he's in full view of everyone because he's just doing it in the regular office space. He just has the door closed, and he gets up close, nice and personal to the guy, and whispers and convinces him to talk. And then he says before he does it, just to sway expectations, "Hey, I'm gonna slam my fist on the table right now." Gave the guy a warning. He didn't say he was gonna hit him, and he didn't. He just says, "I'm gonna slam my fist on the table." Boom, and he does it because that's what people expect of him. So he changes perspectives, and I like that. I like his character. I like the actor. I know recently in the last few years there has been stuff about him. I'm not saying anything with that. That is none of my business. I'm just going with the show, and that's it. Show wise, character wise, I like Detective Logan. He has a different partner in season 5. She only lasted one season. And then in season 6, she came in. I don't know if, let's see. I forget her character name, but she's in the next 3 seasons. She's in season 6, 7. She's in 6, most of 7, and 8 because she gets pregnant both those seasons, the actress. So they had to write her off both times. Season 7 is Mike Logan's last season. And the other reason why I really like this series is that in season 8, to replace Mike Logan, Chris Noth, they bring in Jeff Goldblum. I hope you can see that. And as Detective Nichols. And I I really, really like his character. He is similar to Gorn, but a little different. And it's just Jeff Goldblum. He's a really, really smart guy. He is a very good detective. His character is a very good detective. And I just really like the episodes he's in. I rewatch. Like, if I. Sometimes when I rewatch this series, I just rewatch the Chris Noth and Jeff Goldblum episodes. I skip the Gorn and Eames, and I just watch their episodes. And in season 9 before 10, where 10 they go back to just Gorn and Eames, but it's a short season. It's only like 8 to 10 episodes, maybe only 6, but I would have to look it up. Anywho, in season 9, it's mostly just him and his new partner who they bring in like the second episode, first episode. And in the first 2 episodes, they write out Gorn and Eames. So they're gone by episode 2, and then by episode 3, for the rest of the season, which is only 16 episodes. So for 14 episodes, it's just Nichols, Goldblum, and his new partner. And they're really good episodes. And I really like Nichols slash Goldblum's take on that character. I realize I'm just looking at the time that this went a little long. I apologize for that. This is a really, really good show. I forgot to look up where it's streaming. It's probably on Peacock like the others. Might be able to find it somewhere else. I doubt it's anywhere free. Most of these shows aren't. But the complete series, because this was on for 10 seasons, is all on DVD. I do highly recommend watching this one. It's a very, very interesting, cool take on a cop show. And it's a very good spin-off to Law and Order. If you haven't checked it out, I highly, highly recommend checking this out. And that's all I got. I hope you liked this review. Thank you for watching. Sorry for it going a little long. Please like, subscribe, and comment below. Have you watched Criminal Intent? Have you watched any Law and Order spin-offs or are currently watching since they brought the original and SVU is still on? If you did watch Criminal Intent, did you like the Mike Logan and Jeff Goldblum / Nichols years? I'm curious. Let me know below. Thank you, and I hope you all have a fantastic day. Thanks for watching. See ya.